July 13th. It's a Monday. It's 7:40 p.m. And yeah, it's a pretty damn good day, man. Pretty fucking good day. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we're starting in the right headspace, you know? And things are not as bad as I thought they were. It's my first day with my parents back in the house, essentially. So, yeah. Dude, yeah, good stuff. So, let's get into it, yeah. Yesterday, I went to sleep early. Very good, Nick. I went to sleep at around 11, which was that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't get any work done yesterday, which is fine. It was a fucking Sunday, so it doesn't matter. But I didn't have an urge to scroll my phone or work a bunch at night, which meant I did get to bed early, and I was like, you know what? I could scroll, but it's gonna be boring as soon as I stop scrolling, right? So I just put my phone down, fucking got to sleep. Now, it was very hot in the bed, and I do remember I had some lustful thoughts, bro. In fact, there was a very strong temptation to do it, to start off the day, and I was kind of fighting it, but I was so tired, sorry, I gotta sneeze. Holy fuck. No, yeah, I didn't subdue to that temptation. Wait, I gotta sneeze again. Oh my god. I don't know if there's mass allergies or I don't know. I'm just sneezing more than normal. I don't really sneeze that a lot, But yeah, so good stuff, man. Good stuff. So we went to sleep at 11, which is 45 minutes earlier than we should have. I probably actually fell asleep at 11:15 because 11 was when I put my phone down and I closed my eyes, right? I heard it takes average 14 minutes and something seconds to actually fall asleep once you close your eyes. So that's where I get that number from. I found it on I think it was a podcast or something. Such a long time ago, I don't remember. But I just remember that little fact. I was like, yeah, that's a cool fact to know. So yeah, went to sleep early. We woke up on time. And I felt pretty good, man. I definitely didn't feel sleep deprived, I'll tell you that. The only issue is how rough this morning was and how much shit we had to do this morning. We just actually, we wanted to die, bro. Not in a mental state way. I wasn't sad or anything. But I was so fucking tired. You have no clue. I was so tired. So let me explain why though, because I didn't start off like that. I actually got a good night's rest. So today we had a lot of change coming all at once. So number one was external conditions, and number two was actual inputs. So in terms of external conditions, my family's home. I no longer have a car, and that's pretty much it. But that's a ton of change already, because I've been relying on the car so much, and also I've been benefiting a ton from being home alone for 3 weeks, right? I'm gonna walk the other way because there's less people. There was some people where I was walking. Is that another person? Bro, I'm just trapped. I'm low-key trapped. So those are two external things. And then in terms of our inputs, we actually have to meal prep because, I repeated the same cycle twice in terms of cheating on my meals because I've been procrastinating on eating, which sounds like a funny problem, you might think that the problem with cutting is or trying to get leaner is, oh, you're eating too much and, you gotta stop being a fat fuck. No, for me, it was I was procrastinating on eating, and but what that would result in is that I would eat unhealthy in the last meal because I just wasn't having it. And I'll be like, fuck, I need some fucking dopamine right now, right? Because I'm so hungry. And I was so hungry because I wouldn't have the middle 2 meals I have until like fucking 8. It was ridiculous. I was basically starving myself in the afternoon because I was just away from home, and I didn't want to drive back for 30 minutes just to eat a meal and then either drive back for another 30 minutes, adding on an entire extra hour of driving every day, or just coming back home early and being lonely for like the entire day. So it was a lose-lose, right? If I went home to eat at the right time. So we're breaking that habit by meal prepping. At least our breakfast, Still got to see what the tempo looks like, because I'm not going to the same coffee shop. Instead of a 30-minute drive, it's more so a 10-minute bike ride, Wow, that looks like heaven. Yeah, this family has like all their windows down, so you could literally see everything that's happening. The dad's just working at home on his computer. The mom's in the kitchen and the kids are just playing. Bro, come on, that's peak life right there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's so funny. But let's get on with the journal though. I'm fucking yapping for no reason. We also have to get on a call with Kai and his friends in 12 minutes. So we don't have a ton of time. I'm just getting a little bit of steps out here and trying to do a brief journal. But yeah, so what we did that like fucking killed us today is we have all this change happening, right? So I had to do a bunch of shit that I'm not used to doing, and it was a lot of work. I woke up, I cleaned myself. Okay, so now because it's Monday, I gotta take progress pictures, bruh. Which that shit took a little bit of time, just because I want to make sure at least, they don't have to be perfect, but I want to make sure at least like the angle is the same throughout the weeks, or else you're just not getting good references. And progress photos are pretty important. They are pretty damn important when it comes to having that mental clarity. So yeah, they're pretty important. So I had to do progress pictures. I had to weigh myself. It's just a hassle, right? Because as soon as I wake up at 7:30, I just want to get out the house as fast as possible. And dude, my times are pretty good. Like, last week when I just packed up and left, and because I had a car as well, dude, I would wake up at 7:30, and I would have cleaned myself, have my drink ready, pack up my bag for work. I would do that in 10 minutes and fucking get out the house by 7:40. And I would be at the gym by like 7:50. It was crazy, it was fucking fast. So yeah, and it'd probably be a lot faster, but that's pretty fast to me. But yeah, I take progress pictures, weigh myself. I did the normal. I got my drink. I made my drink, and I packed my bag. But dude, now I had to pack up my clothes and a towel, and I had to meal prep, so I had to make breakfast too and pack that shit up in a container. And then I realized the lid's gonna fall off. Like, it was like literally like took no effort to take the lid off. So I'm like, dude, this shit's gonna fucking spill everywhere in my bag. So I had to go to the garage and fucking duct tape the meal prep container shut. It was actually pretty effective though. Like, it wasn't gross. It was just a plastic container, and my food was in the plastic container, and that was it. Like, it was great. No funny business. It actually tasted a lot better when I went to eat it, but we're gonna talk about that later. So if you thought that was a hassle, just wait. So okay, I'm already late coming out the house. I'm like, I don't know, it's almost 8 a.m. and I'm going out the house. I'm like, fuck, I'm late, And so I biked to Planet Fitness, and then behold, Planet Fitness closed. It's closed, bro. Planet Fitness is fucking closed. So I'm like, dude, what is happening? I like seriously was like, do I have to go back home? No. I'll find another gym. So I found a UFit that was like a mile and a half away, or I don't know if it was like 2 miles or a mile. It was still a long time, bro. So I had to search up another gym, find UFit, and then I fucking bike to UFit. Dude, at this point, I'm like so tired. Not so tired. That's a lie. But I'm getting a little bit. I'm like very like. It's very like, you know, this day isn't going well, but I just have to keep going type mental state, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I got to UFit. My card wouldn't even want to charge. Like, I didn't want to scan my card, so I got a free workout. I got a day pass, and I made sure that they had showers and locker rooms, because honestly, I got pretty lucky too. Because, dude, if they didn't have showers, I would be so fucked. Like, I probably wouldn't even go to Starbucks, to be honest with you. Like, being so real. So I was like, fuck, you know. But yeah, they had that stuff, so I was like, awesome. No, but it was a hassle, bro, because, you know, not only was the prep at the home a little bit like very slow, I had to bike a lot more to get to the gym. And so I get to UFit, I'm already more tired than usual, because keep in mind, bro, Florida in the summer, obviously it's hot, but like most importantly, it's humid. So the mornings especially, bro, when the sun's like, it's bright, but it's not super bright, but it's dim enough to where the humidity is just off the levels. Like, you're just wet, you're just soaked. You're soaked for no fucking reason. It's horrible. Like, it really grogs you down. So I got to UFit, I was already like wet, you know? And I did my workout. It was a hard fucking workout because, I don't know, I feel like the machines at UFit are better. Some of them, like, the Smith machines are kind of questionable because, like, the line of motion, or whatever you want to call it, the tracking isn't, like, it's not comfortable, and I kind of, like, almost hurt my shoulder and shoulder press today. But, like, anyways, I did my workout. I was fucking dead, especially the Stairmaster, because Stairmaster goes faster than the one in Planet Fitness. So I was doing the same numbers, the same programming, and I was just dead. Like, I've never felt so much more dead on a Stairmaster in my life. And the Stairmaster was actually better. Like, it was actually easier to walk on, and I felt like I had to use less caution. But it was like, bro, like, I was literally walking super slow for like 5 minutes straight, and I still was out of breath. I'm like, dude, I'm just not catching my breath today. I don't know if that's because of the humidity or something else, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But it gets even worse. So after the workout, I'm dead, right? And after the workout, I don't have a car, so I'm biking home. I'm biking home after the workout, and this is where I'm like, dude, I'm just cooked. Like, I'm full cooked. Like, I'm soaked, basically. It's like horrendous. It's like borderline. It's horrendous. Because, dude, I took a car so for granted. I forgot, like, how bad it is. I mean, it's going to be better at Planet Fitness because I'm not going through all this extra shit. But, like, dude, after the workout at UFit, like, I had such a good workout because I was actually, like, getting to failure now, since I'm letting go more and more. And I'm able to take myself to these extremes that are very uncomfortable in front of, you know, in public. So I'm able to put in more work. And so I was more dead. Like, a lot more dead. And so, dude, when you combine that with biking home, like, it's hot as fuck, it's humid, and I'm just dead, and I'm biking home. Dude, so I wasn't, like, you know, muscular-wise, like, yeah, I was pretty tired, but, like, it wasn't horrible. But the nervous system fatigue I had, it was some of the worst. It was some of the worst. Definitely the worst by far. I don't remember a time that it was worse. So this was, like, the worst day in terms of that. And so, long story short, guys, I get to Starbucks. So, meanwhile, like, this is Planet Fitness. This is Starbucks. The UFit was past the Planet Fitness, so it was farther. So, I had to go from the farthest point to the other side, right? Through a hill as well. So, I got to Starbucks, and I was just done. Like, at Starbucks, I was hungry and I felt depleted, so I ate my breakfast, and it was good for like 2 seconds, but when I got halfway through my breakfast, bro, I felt like I wanted to like throw up, because I was just like, I'm just fucking sweating, I'm just dehydrated, I have all this fatigue, and now I'm just like stuffing this heavy oatmeal in my face, which is good because I wasn't hungry for a long time, but like, dude, just like pain. So I stuffed that food in my face. I didn't even finish it because I like literally couldn't force myself to eat it. I was feeling like sick, bro. And I go inside the Starbucks, I start working, and dude, I just like, I'm getting some good stuff done, but the nervous system fatigue was so fucking bad. Like, it's like, you know, like after a really bad workout, and by bad I mean like you worked really hard, you obviously feel like that like you're just destroyed, right? But it only lasts like a little bit of time. Like eventually you cool off and your body regulates. Dude, my body was not regulating. I felt fucking destroyed like the entire time. It was horrible, dude. Now I only have a few more minutes before I gotta get on this call with my friends to do some Bible study, which I gotta spam some work, but let me give you the rest of the day. So at Starbucks, I got some work done. I journaled. I had a new journaling prompt, which is good. So I journaled, I tracked all my days, and then I already did the Miro, so that was good. But I made my life more of a video game. So I actually plotted out like what I'm gonna buy, and in order this time, and it was great, bro, because now I'm like really treating life like a video game. I did a lot of finance work as well. So I'm gonna use Cash App to put all of my expenses in there, so I could just use Cash App as like my expense wallet, and I'm gonna put all the remaining money into Phantom Wallet. So the goal is that every time I get paid, you know, I either put it in the expense wallet, but all the other money goes to the Phantom Wallet, right? So my Phantom Wallet should only go up. It shouldn't go down, if that makes sense. Like, the Phantom Wallet should only grow, and that's gonna motivate me so much. Because guys, I'm saving for a car. You know, I'm saving for a car. I'm saving $6,000 for a car. I gotta go. I'll record another journal after Bible study and I do some work, because I still have to make my KOLs. I still gotta make some Jayu videos, and I gotta finish the AI video, and I gotta make the personal brand video, all in like a couple hours. So it'll be a grind, but I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll catch you guys up. Give me a second.